What's up, Dragon Brood? It's hot. I don't know where y'all live in the country that ain't hot right now, or what part of the world you may be watching, but just know that, man, it is hot. Matter of fact, we are going to be having they said, days over 100 degrees here in the Pacific Northwest in the next, 4 or 5 days, and they've only had three in the last 10 years. So it is way hot. So you may hear some fans going in the background or whatever today, so I apologize for that, and probably going to be that way for the next 3 or 4 videos. Also, just a PSA, if you could be kind to other content creators, people are making podcasts, they're streaming, they're making YouTube videos. A lot of people are filming in small rooms that are hot, trying to turn off their fans with no circulation. Cut them some slack, right? It's a period of time where it's a little bit warm right now. Go easy on them. That's all I'm saying. Now, for today's video, we are doing something really fun. In the last couple of videos, we've been experimenting with some different opportunities to play Will and Rowen, or I should say Rowen and Will, because Rowen is the front part of that card. But we just didn't have the best places. Matter of fact, I had Rowen in a list and ended up taking it out, or the final one that you were able to download. So today, we're focusing on making Rowen and Will the focal point. And we're going to be playing some other Planeswalkers and really kind of seeing what we can do. But I'm pretty jacked up about this. I think this is the first deck I've built where I feel I could really use these Planeswalkers. So I'm kind of feeling it. I'm kind of feeling it, and it's fun. So hopefully, if you're into some Izzet Control style decks, you're going to enjoy the rest of this video. Okay, now we'll start out saying I did have a choice to make here when I was building, and I started out being stuff with shock and some other things, but then the more I thought about it, I said the deck's going to be slower. We should just go with the snow aspect because it gives us access to a couple of things that are helpful. So why not? Let's do it. So starting at the top, we have Frostbite. Just a really good quality removal card, and we can even use it to hit Planeswalkers if we need to for 3, and that's probably going to be useful somewhere along the line, so I don't mind. I did have a decision on how many spell counters to play, and I was really trying to figure out what I wanted to be in the list. So for now, we're going with 2 Disdainful Stroke and 3 Saw It Coming. And the reason on that is that we can still use Disdainful Stroke to stop the big problem cards we need from the aggro decks when you're talking about Blade Historians, Winotas, Goldspan Dragons, Elder Gargaroth, stuff like that. But we can still use it effectively against things like Sultai Ultimatum. So where you're talking about maybe needing to counter a Binding of the Old Gods, or just the ultimatum itself. There's a bunch of options there that this is going to give us the ability to deal with pretty cheaply. And then to back that up, we're playing 3 Saw It Coming. Again, it actually, in this deck, because we're playing Will and Rowen, it kind of works just like old school counterspell in some cases, but we'll see how it plays out. 3 Crush the Weak. I almost went 4, and then there was a spot where I was trying to play Dragons and Draconic Intervention, and then we thought about maybe playing Storm's Wrath, but the problem with Storm's Wrath is that it does also hit Planeswalkers, so we didn't want to take that risk. So it really just came down to we're either going to play Crush the Weak or we were going to play Draconic Intervention. I decided to go with Crush the Weak because there are opportunities for us to do it cheaply, and it does sweep and kill just about everything we need to at 3 mana. If your opponent gets a really fast start, it's going to be a bunch of things with 1 and 2 toughness anyway. So we're just going to go with this and see how it works. Then, of course, we're playing Rowen and Will. We're hopefully going to get both these. This is the other thing, too. If you get both of these in play, you play a Rowen side and a Will side, then all your spells cost 2 less. And that's actually pretty sweet. So we're going to see what actually comes of this when we get the twins in play. Then we have Soulseer to kind of back up our stuff and say, okay, maybe we need to kill a Lovestruck beast. Maybe we need a little help to take down, I don't know, an Elder Gargaroth that maybe slipped through or whatever. So this allows us to deal with that as well. The other thing, too, I will say about Soulseer that's kind of nice is your opponent can't easily protect it with Selfless Savior because this takes away indestructibility. So that's another thing you have going for you on this card. Then we have Prismari Command. We've played this in a bunch of other decks. Y'all know this is a good card. Actually, in this list, I think I'm going to be using it to draw 2 more often than anything else, but we'll see. Behold the Multiverse. I couldn't decide how many of these we needed to play. I think 3 is the right number, mostly because we have some other ways to draw cards, and we have Prismari Command. It's just do we really need to be loading up on these? And I decided probably not. We're playing 1 Teferi Master of Time because it rotates in like 4 months, and I really haven't played much with this card. And this is a really good spot for it, if anything. And again, gets to draw cards every turn. You know, gets to phase something out and buy you the time you need. So this is really good. I don't think we're ever really going to ultimate this, you know, in the -10. But I don't think we really have to for it to be useful in this particular deck. Then we're playing 2 Experimental Overload. I wanted to play more of these, but the more I thought about it, I was just like, you know, a lot of times we'd be playing it for like 2 or 3, you know, to be able to just get something back early and have a chump blocker. And I don't think that really helps us all that much. But later in the game, if you're able to do this for a 6 or a 10, you know, and you're getting back, say, Saw It Coming to protect the board or whatever, like then it becomes pretty useful. And you can do it on the cheap because of Rowen and Will. So that's actually kind of a cool benefit too on this. Then we're playing 1 Chandra Heart of Fire. For those of you that saw my land destruction video from, I guess, like 3 or 4 days ago, this was a spot where we found Chandra, and I was like, you know what? I kind of enjoyed playing with Chandra. Let's put it in another list. So we found space for Chandra in this list as well. Then we're playing 2 Shark Typhoons. And I know this is going to be the card that there's going to be people who say, well, you could not play Teferi and not play Chandra and just play 2 more Shark Typhoons. And to that, I'll say, you're right. We could. But I don't want to. I want to go with the Planeswalkers, get that extra benefit, and then we'll just gamble. I'm okay with that. Plus, they're generally cheaper than playing a Shark Typhoon, so no big deal. Then we've got Magma Opus, 3 copies. We could probably get away with the 4th. Magma Opus really is that good. The problem is, though, I just didn't want to get stuck with too many high casting cost things in hand, because we do have a bunch of stuff on this list that cost 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, you know, like, so we do have to be careful with that. And I didn't want to go too heavy. So that's another reason, too, to even trim down on the Shark Typhoon. Yes, I know you can cycle it, but the biggest benefit in here is when you can actually play it for its full 6 mana. As for the lands, we're playing 6 Snow-Covered Islands, 5 Snow-Covered Mountains, 4 Riverglide Pathway, 2 of the Volatile Fjord, 4 Fable Passage, 2 Faceless Haven, and 2 Field of Ruin. And the Field of Ruin, really, we're mostly playing this against, like, opposing Faceless Havens and Crawling Barrens. Really, it's Crawling Barrens, because those can be difficult for us to kill. This at least gives us a way to get rid of it. But occasionally, I will say a cool thing you can do with the Field of Ruin is if you're playing against the Sultai Ultimatum decks, if they decide to put something like Wolfwillow Haven on a non-basic, you can actually kill that land, and you're killing 2 mana instead of 1, which is actually a really good strategy. So keep that in mind if that opportunity comes up. But that's it for the deck. As always, watch the games, then catch me on the other side, on the back side of the games. We'll talk about updates or things we want to do to the list. And we'll have a card spotlight from just anywhere in the history of Magic to help you out with a little bit of something. I think I'm going to mulligan this one. This feels a lot better. Now I have to make the decision on what to keep. I think, though, I'll be scrapping this. Don't know if that's right, but we'll find out. It's probably totally wrong. Well, that's not a bad way to start. Adventure awaits. Look at the top 5, reveal a creature card, put it in your hand, the rest on the bottom. Alright, so we're getting a Scavenging Ooze. Okay. We don't hate our opponents having Scavenging Oozes now, do we? I don't think we do. Alright, what are we dealing with here? An Ornery Foos. Alright, with that ability on, we'll go ahead and target the opponent, and we will draw 2, discard 2? Yeah. Alright. Discarding probably this and this. It feels weird, but still might be right. Not going to use 4 this turn. So let's go ahead and put this in tapped. We'll pass. If they play something big enough we need to Soul Seer, we'll Soul Seer it. But, like, otherwise, we're likely just to draw 2 cards. Oh, there's white mana. Well, that was a bit of a surprise. Okay. Have a Scavenging Ooze. We get to draw 2. Oh, excellent. We will take both of these. We'll take both of them, as they say. And we can actually play Rowan and then play Crush the Weak for 2. So that works very well. Because Rowan reduces the cost of things. Go ahead and hit the opponent. And then we're going to Crush the Weak. So that's a good situation to be in. Ah, Banishing Light. Boo. Boo.
Right. New goal. Win the rematch.
Alright, what do we have in the yard here that we can use? We could get back another Behold the Multiverse. That's probably fair here. But I think we're going to take our time. We're not going to... Oh, actually, dang it. I should have foretold that. Okay. Let's see what they play behind it. Luminarch Gas Prince. Alright, I'm just gonna counter that. Thought about killing it, but I was like, this way we just get to kill both creatures, and that seems fine. Guess it's kind of... I guess it didn't really matter if I would have foretold that or not. Oh, well, we get to do something completely different. Actually, if we're going to do that, let's do this first. Because then our experimental overload will be 1 bigger. And I'm going to get back... Probably Behold the Multiverse. I think is what we want to do. I mean, I know some people would argue they can get back the Saw It Coming, but I'm okay with the Behold the Multiverse. It can get us further down the road, I think. And we're still holding a Soul Seer, and we're holding the other Experimental Overload. There's no name for this deck. Dang it. Okay, so this will kind of let us kill that. We'll have to do it over 2 turns. So let's do this. And let's do this. And then we can try to kill the Gem Razor next turn. Okay, we're not really worried about that. Like, that's fine. Alright, opponent has nothing else. So we have to hope that they don't have something like, I don't know, Snakeskin Veil, because that would make us really sad. Alright, so we're going to do this first, because if they have a Snakeskin Veil, they might wait. Oh, they don't have it. Alright, cool. Because a lot of times, say, if the first spell isn't going to kill the creature, then the opponents wait to use it, which is smart. Oh, okay. Well, I guess now we try this again.
A fight fast? I don't even need my sword to win.
You know what? I probably should have done this on my turn. Because if we found a land, we could have played it there. Alright, opponent's just passing. Yes, we will take both of them. Don't mind if I do. Oh, opponent says GG. Alright. opponent goes first. We're going to keep, though. This is a little dicey. So I feel like this is mono red we're up against. Which we're probably just going to have to kill a billion things. It is mono red. I don't want to give the opponent access to anything. This sucks. If we were on the play, this would have been a lot easier. It would have been a whole lot easier. But we're not, so it's very difficult. Okay. Yep. And that's what I was really worried about. I wanted to be able to kill that. Was really what a lot of this was based around. Because if I would have waited, then killed an X, I could have crushed the weak and got rid of all the tokens and stuff, which would have been cool. But it's also possible the opponent could have gotten out of hand on the turn. We really didn't have much. So, but maybe I still should have been more patient. I'm just going to do this and pass. Not really sure how this is going to go. I mean, even that little play might be enough to have made this a bad situation for us. And it's possible maybe we need to just be playing Draconic Intervention. Ah, he was a Grecian general. That's cool. That's why I know the name. Oh, this is so bad. All right, we're going to counter. Mostly because I at least have Disdainful Stroke against Embercleave and against Torbran. If we can find another removal card, okay, that's not the worst thing, I guess. Sadly, I think we have to put this on red, though. And then just leave mana up for Disdainful Stroke, I guess is the best we can do here. I mean, if they have it, we're going to have to use it. We don't have a choice. Otherwise, they can just attack for 6 here, which is still a reasonable hit. Sadly, they are going to get a Rimrock Knight, and there's not a lot we can do about it. Okay. Oh, and they had a Bone Crusher Giant, so we're going to get hit for 6 anyway. Damn. That's real bad. That sucks a lot. Okay, well, we just got to take it. I was hoping that was going to go a whole different way. And it did not. So now we're in a lot of trouble. Okay, Frostbite helps a lot. Can we use both of these? We Frostbite, then we crush the weak. But then we're still almost dead. Man, what's sad is I think we need to try to go for an untapped land. Alright, and then this turn? Oh, that did not happen. Not at all. Okay, well, here's hoping for the best. I mean, the opponent's empty-handed, so we're just going to do what we can do. So we're going to Frostbite here. We will... I mean, I guess we just play it. That gets rid of everything but the Bone Crusher. So we're likely at least 5 at the end of this turn. Well, 6. Depending on what they have. Yeah, that's going to be hard for us to kill, too. Oh, man. Opponent's not leaving us a lot of choices here. Shark Typhoon? You don't suck now. We could cycle that for a shark. If we really needed to get crafty, we could shoot, treasure, shoot. I don't love that. I hate that, actually. But it's an option. Alright, so opponent's coming in with that. Okay, it was just a land. Woo! That is so important. They're still going to get to hit us for 5, mind you. So we're going to somehow have to survive 1,000,000 cards. All right. So here's the thing. If we treasure shoot treasure, I think we're better off cycling here. One, two, three. Oh, that's big. That's actually really big. All right, so we're going to do this. So the opponent's forced to spend mana if they want to attack us. Now, admittedly, if they just draw a burn off the top or another Bone Crusher Giant, where we just die, right? Like, we got nothing after that. So we're just going to pass. Hopefully they miss. All right. See, now, why are you just trying to add insult to injury and be mean like that, opponent? I kind of want to hit, treasure, hit, draw 2. All right. This is a big waste of cards, but I kind of want to dive deeper to see if we can get a counter that can protect us. And again, this is one of those times I don't really love the play, but I feel like it's one of our few options here, because we can scrap a Soul Seer and be totally fine. Ooh, a Magma Opus. That doesn't really help us, though, here. I mean, drawing the cards could help. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, if they have a haste thing, we'd still die, so we can't even really do that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I mean, I guess we're going to do that. I mean, the problem is we don't really die to anything that gets under a Disdainful Stroke, right? I mean, I guess they could randomly have a dragon, but we could kill a dragon. Oh, gosh, I don't know. I feel like I'm overthinking this. All right, I'm going to get rid of Magma Opus. That's probably wrong, but... it's what we're doing. 1, 2, 3, 4. That only leaves 2 open. I have to pass, because if they get just random little haste creature... Also, though, if they get the goblin, we die, right? Because we kill that. Yeah, because this doesn't even exile it. So, yeah, we would die to that, too. Okay. Now we can Teferi.
Let's make this quick.
I mean, if that's damage of any kind, we just die. We're having to dodge a lot of bullets right now. And all we're looking for is like a saw it coming. That's it.
Think fast.
Oh, behold the multiverse. You were almost it. You were almost it. Okay. We can kill a Torbran. We can kill any other little haste thing. I'm going to let this Disdainful Stroke go. Might be wrong, but I'm letting it go. Okay, I don't know what it is that they weren't playing unless it's just a land and they're just trying to fake us out. Alright, they frostbite it, they frostbite. Oh, it could be double frostbite. That would make sense too.
Ah, my defense had an imperfection.
No, it wasn't. Okay, well, we will use this again. There we go. There we go. Now we're a little better off. Not a ton, but a little bit. Think I'm gonna get rid of Frostbite because this handles just as many things, and the Behold the Multiverse is too good for us to let go. And I think I'm just gonna straight up cast this. Plus, if we get something we don't really need... Oh, okay. Experimental Overload. That'll work. That'll work. All right, let's put that Prismari command away. We don't need that. All right, found a land. That doesn't suck. We're going to use Teferi. Probably get rid of this other Prismari command because we don't really need that in hand. Sure, Teferi can kick the bucket. We're not fighting over that.
Could have gone worse.
We like Teferi. I don't like him that much right now.
I do love a good puzzle.
I mean, I'm all about supporting a brother, but not to that level. All right, here we go. Now they have to get 2 things to kill us, so now we're in pretty good shape. This has been a fight. This is a lot of time hanging out at 1 life against a red deck, let me tell you. This is generally not where you want to be. All right, what do we have in the yard that we can get back that's useful? We could get back... Well, we could just get back the other Saw It Coming, actually. And that seems fine. Let's do that. Opponent's down to 1 card. Forcing them to have 2 things right now is already powerful. So yeah, if we just do that, I think we're mostly good. I'm going to go ahead and foretell this, since I already know we have it. Now, any ground haste creature we don't necessarily care about, because we can defend against that. And then once we untap, they don't know that we have a second Saw It Coming. Yeah, that's it. Whew. Oh, okay, we're going to keep it. We're going to keep it. I was thinking about doing something else, but I was like, you know what? That's just silly. We can kill an early creature with a Frostbite. We'll go ahead and put this away. So if we have to, we can just draw Desperation cards next turn. Hopefully we don't have to. But if we need to, maybe it'll be there. Maze Mind Tome. All right. Untap land, please. That would be awesome. Thank you. Thank you. That was very awesome. Very kind of you. Part of me kind of wants to run out the Rowan here, though, because I don't know what the opponent would even play to kill it. Like, Rowan's got to be safe here, right? I'm probably wrong, but I feel like there's something obvious I'm not thinking of right now, but sure, I'm going to go for it. I mean, we're not really worried about the opponent's life. We're more worried about them having a bunch of cards than anything. Skip says, my cleric deck is 6, 71% saying, hey, I'm glad you like it. I'm glad you like it. I'm always amused because I have people have all different records with all different stuff I put up, you know, and I'll put list up, and I literally get angry grams from people saying, like, I don't know, we wasted time with this, and I spent these wild cards, and I didn't do anything, and blah, blah, blah. And then the next person will be like that. We're just like, oh, man, this deck's awesome. And I crushed all the way to Mythic or whatever. And I'm like, oh, okay. Yeah, so it's like, it's really weird to see how different that can be for people. All right, opponent, what you gonna do? I ain't got nothing for you to steal with Valky, so how you like that? Okay, that serves me right for running my mouth. All right, let's go ahead and play this Behold the Multiverse since it's only 1 mana. See if maybe we can get into some lands here. Disdainful Stroke counts. Do I need a second Disdainful Stroke? Probably not. But heck, I don't know. Maybe I do. Maybe we're trying to stop double questing. We have souls here for questing beasts even. Yeah, I think that's it. Okay, well that's not bad. And by the way, I'm playing this first instead of my Fable passage because I actually do want to draw a little extra land here, especially since we have the Shark Typhoon. We get 3 damage on the opponent here because we drew some extra cards.
See how many volts you can take.
Sure, that resolves. Sent of all the cards came a little different, but it's always awesome. Yeah, and that's cool. You know, and that's the thing too. I expect for some of these decks that I put up, people aren't going to have all the cards, especially if it's like early in the season. That's why sometimes I like building decks kind of like this that use a bunch of older cards and only a handful of new cards, so it's easier for people. Yeah, this is good. I don't think we do anything else here. We just pass. So we've got access to Disdainful Stroke. We could cycle a Shark Typhoon for 1 if we need to. We can Soul Shear and Frostbite something. So we at least should be in a decent spot here. Granted, well, I don't know. Even if they try to play Binding of the Old Gods, like we could go ahead and Disdainful Stroke. So that's okay. What you doing, opponent? If the answer is attack Rowen, we will not allow such things. Not in this house. It's going to be random if they have like a Snakeskin Veil to save Valky. That was going to be so weird. Alright. Completely new to Arena, so you don't have much cards. That's fair. And, you know, and a lot of, like, I wish more people watch the budget videos because I put up a couple of those. And those really don't draw that many views, which is unfortunate. But I did do the one recently with the Angel deck. And I think that got a lot of views just because the Angel deck was new. And a lot of people had it, so they were looking for upgrades to it. So that actually did pretty well. Alright, so I think we're just going to kill this Valky so we don't have to worry about mana on our turn. And then with the Disdainful Stroke and a Soul Seer, we should be mostly fine. Budget vid just like just needs fewer rares, or you have to spend less to build the decks is all that means.
I don't even need my sword to win.
If you go to my YouTube channel, just youtube.com/PowrDragn, click on the videos tab, and then you can just put budget in the search engine or the search box. It has a little magnifying glass, and it should bring them up. Yeah, we just pass here. I don't think we do anything else. We're just going to try to Shark Typhoon next turn. I mean, it means we probably lose the Shark Typhoon or the Rowen, but it's probably worth it. Next turn, we can also minus Rowen, which would be sweet. I mean, we're in a pretty good spot here, though. Yeah, they can have the cards from the Maze Mind Tome. We don't really care about that. And if their hand's a bunch of spot removal, say like Heartless Axe and stuff like that, like, well, doesn't do much if we don't have creatures on the table. Alright, we're gonna go get another island. And I don't know, maybe we minus Rowen? I'm a little skeptical because they could have, say, like Bone Crusher Giant. And then if we tried to play the Shark Typhoon on this turn, we could end up losing both Rowen and the Shark Typhoon and not get anything for the turn, which wouldn't be great. So I'm a little wary to do that. I'm not sold on it necessarily. That makes things a little bit better, at least. A little bit. Because we could get back a Behold the Multiverse. And that wouldn't be bad. So we could do this for 3. We could just cast Behold the Multiverse. Then we could shoot the opponent for 3. This is just going to die to probably like a Heartless Act. That's okay. Because I'm not really in a comfortable place to play Shark Typhoon yet, I don't think. Alright, I think we're going to do that. And actually, I'm not even going to use the Behold the Multiverse on my turn. I'm going to wait. I'm just going to play it on their turn anyway. Getting 2 extra damage on the opponent doesn't matter a whole lot when they're drawing all these extra cards and stuff. So, we'll just take our time with it. Opponent tapped out, though, which means they likely don't have a way to kill the token we're about to make. Unless they're just okay doing it on their turn, but that's fine. If they are, they are. And then this gives me the choice
I'll win by
to leave
blade
mana
or
up
by
still
bolt.
if we need to counter something or if we want to kill something. But this is like mid-range and control going at it, like classic fight. Though they actually seem like they're more of a control deck because we haven't seen like Questing Beast, Elder Gargara, any of that stuff that I would expect to see. Well, just as I say that, there's a pull of Kranos. Yeah, I guess we counter that. Seems reasonable. Now we can minus Rowen and draw 4 cards on our turn. Because that's just, the emblem lets you pay an extra 2, and then you copy the spell. So that could be pretty sweet. And we might just have to go for it. Alright, so if we minus Rowen, we draw 4. That would cost us 5 mana. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Would still leave a Soul Seer action. Or we could 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now I wouldn't be able to do anything else after that. Alright, so let's go this next step. We'll attack. Okay, so they're not killing our 3/3. Why is that? You don't have enough in the yard to replay Polar Kranos. You already played 2 Valkyries. Are you going to play another one next turn? I mean, that's possible. I'm going to go for it, though. I'm doing this because I'm just greedy.
I'll show you something impressive.
Okay, they're just drawing a card. Good, good, good. So that means Rowen doesn't die. Means our token doesn't die here. Like, this is all fine and good. This is excellent. Matter of fact, we already played a land, so we don't get a huge benefit from drawing this turn. So let's just end the turn. Depending on what they play, too, we could also draw 4 or scry and then scry to technically see 6 or 8 cards if we want to also look for like a Disdainful Stroke to counter a Valky if necessary. Or actually, because we have Rowan still out. Oh, no, we would need another blue, though. Oh, no, because we just copy. So we could leave 2 blue up and still even find a Saw It Coming. So that would be fine, too. So, yeah, so this is a pretty legit setup right now. My opponent's not doing anything? Oh, this is going to be big. They're not killing Rowan. They're not doing nothing. Okay. Get that. Get that. Get that. And then we're going to copy it. And the way I tapped, it kind of looks like we have counters available. Like I wanted to leave the blue up. But, I mean, if they kill Rowan here, we almost don't care. We got what we wanted out of Rowan at this point. Okay, they're cycling, looking for something. And really, we're now to the point where we're probably just going to Shark Typhoon and then just start trying to go off. Ooh, Experimental Overload. What's in our graveyard? Nothing good. I kind of want the land. Though, actually, we will have a Behold the Multiverse in there again, though. Yeah, we'll take both of those. Why not? We got to try to work on ending the game at some point. Ooh, okay. Don't want all of that. I'll take a Fable Passage, though. Ooh, did not want all that action. Okay. Ooh, boy. Let's go get another land. Ooh, so now we have the option for a lot. Oh, wait, we could do this copied even. Oh, that's a thing. Hadn't even thought about that. I think, though, I'm just going to shoot the opponent here.
Ha! I've learned lots of techniques from artists.
Because I could get back a Disdainful Stroke and a Behold the Multiverse, I guess, which is reasonable. It's not like super exciting or anything. Because if we just pay 6 for the Shark Typhoon, I can't really do anything with that. Alright, so I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we can play this, making a 4/4. We'll copy it. We're going to get back Disdainful Stroke and Behold the Multiverse. Hey, welcome everybody. Daniel, welcome back. Those of you just kind of coming and checking out this afternoon stream we got going on. We're going to take this with the first one. And this with the second one. Alright, won the turn. So now, if the opponent does have a sweeper, we at least have Disdainful Stroke to fight it. Or a big Planeswalker. And we have effectively lethal on board. We can copy it. I mean, I guess we might as well. I'm not going to do anything else with the mana, right? So if they have a way to... I mean, it doesn't do anything. I guess I just leave it up in case they have a blocker. I can kill something with Soul Seer. We'll decline. I mean, I can still gain 4, so it's not really lethal, I guess. Though we can attack for 4 more on the ground. Probably not going to risk it, though. There's not really a reason to. Yeah, we'll just get our attack on. Sure, and I get to draw a card. Alright, so we do have a real amount of mana here. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we could do this for 4. Look at a card. Then look at another card, so that's 2 cards. And then that would leave us 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 up. So we could Behold the Multiverse, then search for a counter if we need to. But the opponent's only going to be at 5. So I think we're okay with that. It's like, I don't love it, but I think we're okay with it. We're not going to be activating these for anything, so I'd rather use that mana for it to Teferi. Draw?
Yeah, don't worry.
Don't think we need another Soul Seer. I think we're good without it. Shoot the opponent for 1.
Oh, I'll win by blade or by
In the
bolt.
turn. Alright. Feeling pretty good from here. It's going to be hard to hit a losing situation, I think. This is a for real setup to punch through. Alright, well, here we go. Here's the hunt. I need you to get out of the way there, Ugin, so I can activate my Teferi.
Think fast.
Oh, that's cute. So we could just kill Teferi. I mean, Ugin. Because Ugin's going to have to -4 to go to 3. And we just go Ugin with the Frostbite? Or do we want to search? We might as well search once, right? Because if we can kill Ugin anyway, it doesn't really matter. So yeah, let's just see if we find it. Oh, well, I didn't mean to auto-pay. Dang it. Could have countered the Ugin. Oh, that's all right. I'll take another Rowan. Actually, I could take a Will. That's cool. Yeah, we'll take both of those. That's fine. And now we have a backup Disdainful Stroke, so it's no big deal. Saw it coming? Yeah, we'll take those 2. Opponent's only at 4. So yeah, it doesn't really matter here anyway. Because we could shoot the opponent for 2, draw 2 cards, then just cast a Rowan and shoot the opponent for 3.
I'm really angry.
So yeah, so we've kind of got it all. Yep. Alright, I have to say, this was way more fun than I thought it was going to be. It is a little bit difficult. You do get straddled with some tough decisions, but I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing. It does feel very rewarding when you figure out the right path and line of play on a deck like this, which is actually really cool. So I don't mind that at all. And I think overall the deck actually really held up almost as much as you would expect in its version that it's in now. The only thing really is, like I said, if you don't have those Planeswalkers or you want to do something different and maybe you want to add more of the Shark Typhoon, I wouldn't fault you for that. I think that's the only thing I would consider changing. The mana actually worked out pretty well 90% of the time, so I don't really have an issue with that. And yeah, we kind of deadened a lot of cards in our opponent's hands because we don't have all that many creatures. The only thing you have to figure out is how many things are playing that actually can destroy Planeswalkers and then how you want to play your cards to protect them. Now for today's card spotlight, we're going to talk about Valakut the Molten Pinnacle. And the reason I bring this card up is that I don't think people even realize how much this card has crept up. You're going to have a hard time finding one for under about $20, $25 right now. And even higher in some places. I've seen some places list them for around $30. And this isn't even new. I mean, it has gone up a bit over the last year, but it really peaked back in like 2018, 2019. So it's not even a recent thing. It had a spike and it dipped a little bit, but it's been creeping up ever since pretty much. So yeah, I don't even know where they would reprint this card again. They did manage to have one, I believe, as an expedition that you could get from the last Zendikar insert or whatever, but I don't even know if this is something maybe you include in like a future Masters, Modern Horizon type thing. I have no idea. But if so, great. If not, well, this card's going to continue to go up when there's fewer of them out in the world. So if you're looking to make some quick cash, check and see if you got any Valakuts. Don't forget, if you want today's deck list, it will be down in the description below, along with all kinds of links in the description, which, by the way, if you haven't checked that out, you probably should. I add it to every video, and I've got links for all kinds of stuff, particularly if you're shopping at TCGPlayer or Amazon. I have URLs that if you use those, you'll be helping the channel out. We'll get 1 to 3% back, and you don't have to do anything you're not already doing. Just click on those before you do your shopping. But if you want to come check us out and be part of my Facebook streams or my Twitch streams, and even just come talk about stuff, play against me, just be part of the community, that's a chance you can do that there following those links. And also, if you want to just come talk, we've had some really good conversations in our Discord recently, so you can come by and check that out as well. It is open to the public, whether you are a supporter or not. And finally, if you haven't, please remember to hit that like button. It's so important. It gets us in front of other people. It helps the video get recommended, so please do that if you can. And then hit that subscribe button and the notification bell, because that lets me know you appreciate my videos, but also lets you know whenever we have a video up. And that's all I have for you for now. We'll see you next time.